7.
Yeah, that was it. I would give it lower.
Yeah, I would go 7.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Are you okay? I feel like you're phoning it in a little bit on the clapping.
With the clapping?
Yeah, with the clapping.
It's my fault because I'm not paying enough attention.
Right.
All right? I forgot where I came from.
Right. You forgot why people are tuning into this podcast.
Right. I'm thinking about what content are we talking about? What are the topics today? How much energy am I going to give? All of that is in the forefront, in the cerebral cortex. I don't know if that's right. And in the back, the clap. It's still there, but
Sure. And it's not until that
I'm
disappointing sound comes out.
I'm catching the heel.
Yeah.
I'm catching
the heel. It was this. You caught it like here.
I'm also rushing.
You're rushing.
I'm rushing.
You got to take your time with it.
Yeah.
Were you slow or fast? I'm doing whiplash.
Yeah.
Were you slow or fast?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I chuck a chair at you.
Fucking slap me across the face.
That's gonna be like the highlight of like we recreate the final scene and it's just you doing like the perfect clap and I'm like in the darkness like staring at you like
Not on my tempo.
Yeah, not on my fucking tempo.
Senior year of college, because that movie came out my junior year of college. So our senior year, whenever you ran out of beer at a party, just someone in my fraternity would just scream, "I'm upset."
What? It's so funny to think of that movie as like a frat. I mean, you can take any movie to make a frat movie, but it's like that's so good. It's so perfect. It's so perfect for like a frat dude movie. There's so many lines where you could just quote and just be like, "I'm fucking angry. I'm fucking so mad."
Especially if you saw my frat, because anyone in my frat you wouldn't think was in a frat.
You guys were like Revenge of the Nerds, Animal House. You guys were like Animal House.
We were like Animal House, right?
Yeah.
We had a fucking fat guy in a Hawaiian shirt. We had a white rapper, a black swimmer.
Yeah,
we were all over the place.
You had a dude constantly going around sexually assaulting, watching women through their windows, and then getting a boner and then knocking themselves off the ladder.
We didn't even have the confidence to sexually assault women.
Right.
We were just like, you know what, whatever, man.
Do you feel it's a confidence game?
Right. That's
yeah.
With us, it was.
Yeah.
That's a problem. We're like, you know what? No, we'll step back.
You
I'm
lack
sorry.
the confidence to do the most perverse acts on the women against their will. Oh, okay.
That was us. That's why we had a good rep. They were like, wow, we were the original cucks.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And now you're COVID free.
COVID free, baby.
Well, first of all, never had COVID.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a good thing.
Let's start off with that.
That's a good thing to...
we didn't do the stream this week because there was first of all, what were the symptoms?
Oh, Shar just woke up and she's like, I don't feel well. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And then like halfway through the day, she was like, I think we should go get a COVID test. And I was like, well, do you feel worse? And she's like, yeah, I feel more tired. And I was like, well, you haven't thrown up. You haven't like... You're not like knocked unconscious like in bed.
Right.
You have a craving for soup and you feel achy. Like
that's December.
Yeah.
You have a case of the Decembers.
Yeah. This could be seasonal affective disorder. You could just be hungry for soup and a little tired.
Which is me 90% of the time. I love soup.
Yeah, you should be constantly getting your face stabbed with a Q-tip.
Well, that's a separate thing.
How many? Yeah, right. How many have you gotten?
1.
It is like the woman did it to Shar because we went together and we got into a little bit of a
Where'd
fight.
you
go? We went to, it's in Williamsburg. It's just a place in Williamsburg.
City MD?
It's whatever the Pepsi of City MD. It's not Coke. It's not Coke. It's the Pepsi.
I didn't even know there was a Pepsi.
Yeah. It actually is. I would say it's a little bit top. It's Pepsi Max. It's quality. It's the quality.
What?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get Matt Hardy on the phone here.
Yeah.
Pepsi Max?
Pepsi Max is a real thing for sure.
No, Pepsi Max is a real thing, but is that a superior cola?
Well, it's got Max in it. You wouldn't make it an inferior product and call it Max, would you?
I don't know. I wouldn't be making different kinds of colas. I stick with the cola and I drink the cola.
What's the cola?
A Coke.
It's
a
Coke.
fountain Coke, yeah, fountain Coke. Or a bottled Coke. I will do a fountain or a bottle. A glass bottle. Not a plastic bottle.
I'm a Dr. Peppy man.
That's not a cola.
Dr. Pepper?
That's a soft drink.
Oh, fuck off. We're not doing this.
Dr. Pepper is not a cola.
We're not starting with this.
Dr. Pepper is not a cola. This isn't an argument. It's just not a cola.
It's brown liquid that's sugary and carbonated. It's the fucking exact same. How is it different from Coke? If you put both of them into a clear glass and then you set them across the room, Could you tell the
Yeah,
difference?
if I put fucking Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, and Flint, Michigan water in the same glass and I send it over, you wouldn't know the difference either. Does that make Flint, Michigan water a cola? No. It means you shouldn't drink it. At the end of the day, you shouldn't drink any of these liquids.
As far as I'm concerned, Flint, Michigan's water could be the result of Coca-Cola runoff. So it could be, as much as it is fracking. I don't know. I don't
have any evidence to combat this.
Yeah. We got to get Chike on the line.
Who?
Yeah, Chike Robinson. He's from Flint.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's like a big part.
That makes a lot of sense.
You were like, is that why he had 6 minutes of material on Flint, Michigan?
Is that why he always looks electrocuted?
Yeah. So, all right. So Shar and I got into a fight because she got mad at me because I was in a bad mood leaving the apartment, because she was like, all right, here's what I want to do. I want to go to FedEx and mail the gifts for Christmas. And that by itself, I was like, that's fine.
I'm going to stop you so far.
Yeah.
Give me what? So she's like, she wakes up.
Yeah.
I don't feel great.
Uh-huh.
Halfway through the day, I might have COVID. Let's go get a test.
No, it's not.
Well, let's get a test just in case.
Yeah, let's get a test just in case.
And then she said that, and you said, bet. I assume you said bet.
Yeah, of course. I said dead ass.
You said dead ass.
Yeah, I said dead ass bet.
And then on the way to get tested for COVID, she's like, oh, also.
No.
So what happened with this?
So she was like, here's what I want to do when you're done with work. Well, she was like, let's go. Like, we're both sort of in a process with our job where it's like we could step out for 2 hours. We could step out for 3 hours and nobody would notice at our job.
Well, yeah.
Right. What I mean is that like but it's also like we also wouldn't like miss any deadlines. We're like at a point where work is kind of slowing down, and it's like you can take a substantial amount of time. And just,
you're the opposite of an essential worker.
Yeah. The inessential would
You're
be
extremely inessential.
Yeah.
Yet you got a raise.
Yeah. My company's waiting, about to send me the business cards that just says inessential worker on it. Yeah, that's
very funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
And so I had like a meeting that was like 3 to 4, and right after I got off the meeting, she was like, "All right, let's go to Let's go to FedEx.
Okay.
Let's go get a COVID test." And that, to me, those two things.
You just can't do that.
Those two things in a row, I'm like, I'm not going to put a smile on my face and get like jazzed up about waiting in line potentially at FedEx for fucking ever because it's the holiday season. The line's going to be out the door around the corner. And then getting stabbed in the face after probably waiting in another line to go get a COVID test. I'm like, I understand being in a shitty mood with another person is not great, but at the same time, anyway, I'm not justifying myself. I am justifying myself a little bit. I was a dick. I was being a piece of shit. Anyway,
my thing is, if you think you have the most spreadable disease of all time,
you're saying just go get a COVID test.
Just go get the COVID test.
Just go get the
Let's worry about the gifts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's worry about the gifts tomorrow.
Yeah, I think she was like, I think really she was like, she probably put the anxiety up to, stupid, group FaceTime call.
Coworkers?
No, my buddy just got broken up with, and so I sent him a cameo.
You sent him a cameo?
Yeah, to be like,
of
of a Jesus Christ impersonator.
What?
Yeah. There's a Jesus Christ impersonator on Cameo, and I was like, "Hey, man, my friend." So my other buddy, it's the other guy on the group text. He got broken up with back at the beginning of COVID, and so I sent him a cameo of Roger Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I get.
Yeah, and which was like he to this day he's like that's one of the funniest things I've ever received, which was Roger Stone being like, "Hey man, hey buddy, sorry about your breakup," know. And he had some like analogy where like women were like train cars, and it's like you get off and then another one's around the corner. I did not tell him to say that. Roger Stone just ad-libbed something about women.
Roger Stone is just writing down cameo bits.
I just said, "Hey, can you my buddy just got broken up with, can you give him a pep talk?" And that was his pep talk.
And he pulled out the breakup index card and said, "I got you."
Yeah, I got you. Train car, baby, because we're in the 1920s.
How much did that run you?
$50.
Worth it.
$50 for Roger Stone.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus was $29.
Now here's my question with that.
Yeah.
How do you get the Jesus Christ gig on Cameo?
I think he has like a YouTube channel that they were just like, it was under the content creator. So it was between, so everybody in general, there were nobody good. I was going to do Tay Sunday, Chocolate Rain.
Oh, okay.
He's $30. I didn't think it was gonna be that funny.
Funny voice.
It's a funny voice. I thought I was maybe gonna hit it on like it's out. You know, it's so outdated that it was gonna do it.
Yeah.
The one that I really wanted to get, but I thought it was gonna be a miss was a Ricky Gervais impersonator, and this guy looked nothing like Ricky Gervais, and he was just doing The Office. That's as deep as his impersonation went, was like The Office 2001 Ricky Gervais.
Right after 2005, he went, I get this guy.
Yeah.
getting a
I don't
feeling on
need
what's
to know
going on.
anything more about how this guy's evolved in
Right.
his cadence or how he's talked. Yeah, so I was like, I settled on Jesus. So I was like, yeah, that's just, I mean, even if it's bad, it's going to be fine. The dude kind of like went and kind of leaned into assuming that we knew who he was. Not like Jesus, but like the guy.
Oh, like
in
his
person.
content?
Yeah, he was just sort of
He's
like
making his own Jesus content?
he was sort of like making this like on the nose, like, oh, you know, hey, I'm up there. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm always watching you. And I'm like, come on, just read the fucking script. I had some like goofy shit. His name's Oscar. I told him to call him Oscar the Slouch. No one calls him that, but I said everybody calls him that. And then I said, make sure you have a sincere I'm sorry at the end, because that's like, to
For
me,
Jesus Christ being sorry?
so funny to just the idea. He was saying like the funniest thing anybody can do is just sincerely apologize for like a big breakup, and it's because it's just so. There's something so funny about somebody being like, yeah, man, I'm really sorry.
Right.
And it's like, all right, that's fine. Like, joke about it.
Right.
You know, lighten the mood. Anywho, it was good. It could have been better, but anyway, back to the COVID story.
We're back.
We're back to the COVID story. No line at FedEx. No line at...
So you did go to FedEx.
We went to FedEx. And Char went right into that room. It was like a tiny, tiny FedEx. And there were
Are there big FedExes?
Yeah. Well, not in the city.
Right.
But no. There was one right by my work by Union Square. Pretty big. Anywho, she was in a room of like 6 people and just casually handed boxes over. She had her mask up, but
And at the time, potential COVID.
You
guys with your COVID protocols, you're all over the place.
Yeah, we're way all over the place.
You'll go out every night but not get a test. You go to one wedding, you get a test. You think you have COVID, you go to FedEx before you get a test. What's going on here?
I don't want to say we're lazy, but I think we might just be a little bit lazy.
I don't know if it's lazy. You're all
Yeah.
over the place. You're zagging and zagging. If an alligator was chasing you, you lose it.
Yeah. Well, the alligator's COVID, and that's why we haven't gotten it yet. Bingo. Bam. Got it.
Good. That's a good analogy. And we wrap it up.
Nailed it.
That was good.
But anyway, all this was to say that when we finally got the test, the woman who was administering the test, she gave it to Char, and Char was dead. She was just dead silent. She was just like, here, out, done, good, go. She came over to me, and I don't know what it was. Maybe she just got broken up with, or maybe she just didn't like the look of my face.
You just represent the patriarchy.
I think it felt personal the way she administered my test, because she put it into my nose, and then it felt like she was trying to like dig something out of the back there for a minute. And I swear, the noise that I made was so unique, like somewhat like a bird call, and you were holding your nose, but it was just like a yeah,
A goose.
Yeah, I did a goose. I did very much a goose.
And we're not talking a Top Gun.
Yeah, and she was just like, and she was stabbing my face. She's just like, I'm sorry. You know, like almost sarcastically. Like, I'm sorry.
She's been doing it for 10 months now. She's so over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't care about you.
There was the first test we got, the woman administering it was, we're like, have you gotten one of these? And she's like, no. I'm like, you've been doing this for 5 months.
You're exposed to it every day.
Yeah, you're constantly around. And she's just like, yeah, but you know, if I get it, I get it. And it's like, well, why are we doing this?
It'd be great if she went, yeah, well, it's only for Democrats.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wow, and you're a healthcare worker?
She lifts up her sleeve,
She just puts Red Nation on by Tech 9.
Yeah.
Red Kingdom. Fuck. All right.
I don't know that reference at all.
Oh, yeah, that's the Republicans took that like in October.
That sounds like rap.
It is rap. Tech 9.
And the Republicans took rap?
Yeah.
That feels...
It's a good hook. They take the hook of the song.
What's the hook of the song?
It's just Red Kingdom. I think it's for the Bloods, but the Republicans took it
That's
over.
very funny. I would love it if the GOP got like a formal letter from the Bloods.
The GOP just starts wearing red bandanas on their face to
Who
fucking
was
Senate
it?
meetings.
Was it Neil Young that sued Trump for using his song at the thing?
So many
Could you
people
imagine
did.
the Bloods suing the GOP?
Do the Bloods retain the rights for recording artists?
Yeah, but theoretically,
Do recording artists, are the Bloods a record label?
I'm sure there are people who have produced music who were Bloods at one time.
Do you think?
I'm just saying.
Are you implying the Bloods are some sort of communist party kind of?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then it's just state-owned companies that they have?
I'm just saying they both align with the color red. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Communists use a lot of red in their propaganda. Bloods also a lot of red.
That is weird.
It is weird, isn't it?
What a weird color to use.
Well, red is like very aggressive. Very, very aggressive, very like...
But if you're trying to be a communist, you want people to adopt your... Don't you want a warmer color?
Well, there's also graphic design here. Here we go.
Well,
Back
we're
to the
getting
graphic design
gay.
podcast. Yeah. There's also this big thing about what we associate as colors in association to culture means something completely different to like other countries. So
Touche.
it's like red could be their equivalent of green. Like it's not. Obviously it's not. But it's
Right.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But it's like it could be like red is somehow unity. I mean, you look at Moscow, the way that it's depicted in every James Bond movie or everything. It's like maroons, reds everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like their palaces, they chose red for
Red car is the most pulled over.
in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Do with that what you want.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
That's
That
just-
wasn't really... This was an adjacent fact to what we were saying.
I feel like you were just like I haven't.
That's
I
my
haven't
red fact.
Yeah, you're just like I haven't contributed anything. So
I'm going to throw this in there.
Have you heard about tomatoes? Fucking red.
Tomatoes red. Sometimes green. Sometimes yellow.
Apples, tomatoes, fire hydrants. Most times.
But most fire trucks.
Yes, a lot of things associated with fire. Most things associated with fire.
Fire itself.
Fire itself.
Unless it's blue.
This is now the Color Red podcast.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. NPR, what's up? That seems like some bullshit you'd pick up.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll get co-hosted, 3 times co-hosted Redman.
That's right, NPR. And also look at my Instagram story because I called out Netflix.
Yeah. We're gonna get Redman and Chris Red on the podcast. Anybody who has-
Mostly because they're black. And
yeah,
that would
yeah.
No, mostly because of that.
Yeah. And if anything, I think we need to diversify this a little bit because a lot of white here.
I don't give a shit. If you're funny, you're funny. I'm not going to have some unfunny person,
That's funny.
which means Chris Red, you're not coming on.
Oh, you don't think Chris Red's funny?
No. Like,
Unbelievable.
not even then.
You starting Chris Red beef right now?
Yeah.
You start-
Fuck Chris Red. You think I give a shit about Chris Red?
did you ever see that video, that YouTube guy who went to, I think it was Montreal, or what is it? What's the comedy festival in Montreal?
Just for laughs.
Just for Laughs.
Yep.
And like this YouTube guy got in, like the first,
Southern Mama, Southern.
Yeah, and then Chris Red like flipped out on him.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. As much as, I think you're funny enough on SNL, but I was like, all right, good for you.
Well,
for
apparently
telling a YouTube guy to fuck off.
Southern Mama yelled at the audience.
Yeah, he
And then-
attacked the crowd. And then Chris
Right.
Red was like, write some fucking jokes. I was like,
Right.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
fine.
was just Chris Red being honest. That's just Chris Red
Yeah.
telling the truth.
Yeah, listen. It's cool. It's cool that it was on camera.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only, I've never
I don't
seen
even
him
know if it was on camera.
It was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I heard it through the grapevine. Purple. Or green. Grapes.
I was like, what are you doing?
I'm just saying colors
What
of
are
things
you
now.
doing? I was like, I heard it through the grapevine. I thought you were about to. It sounded like there was a pause and then an intention of a next statement. You're just like purple, green. I'm like, what does that have to do with the story?
Nope, just colors. I was giving you colors of things now. This is officially a colors podcast.
That's so
we
funny.
We appeal to 4-year-olds.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a Blue's Clues or like the Nick Jr. intros. Remember that smiley face that changed color?
Face.
Yeah.
His name was Face.
His name was Face.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. They
Nickelodeon-
really didn't put any thought
Nickelodeon,
into
you're
it.
full of shit. You guys are absolutely full of shit. God damn it. Yep.
All right, but negative on COVID.
Negative on COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, we're COVID negative and we're feeling positive about it.
Oh,
Nailed it.
there you go.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's the only thing that I've contributed to today. Let's see. What else? What else do I got? I don't know.
That kind of spins into this thing I have
yeah.
pulled
What do you
up
got?
here.
What do you got going on here?
Because
I'm very distracted by
Right,
when
I thought the screen was going to go down.
when you have a collection of text. I also do. Let me ask you a question because I think I need to go see an eye doctor.
Okay.
From where I'm sitting,
Uh-huh.
like if you leaned back,
Okay.
how much of that can you read?
All of it because I have my contacts in.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's all blurry to me.
Oh, if I had my contacts out, it'd be all. But yeah, you should wear glasses.
Yeah, no, I had 20/20 vision for so long, and now it's like
Yeah, now you don't.
I'm just struggling to see anything, and I'm like, oh, I should go see the eye doctor about it, and then I'm just like, no, maybe I'll just not see things that well.
Your medical testing chart is all over the place.
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place.
I go to a dentist who I'm pretty sure is gaslighting me into thinking I have more cavities than I do.
I thought you were going to say a mechanic. I'm going to a dentist that's actually a mechanic. I just can't read it. So
Yeah. He put what is it? He put oil. He just made me drink a bunch of oil. Sick fuck.
I have to wear a sticker on my chest that I have to get it inspected every 6 months. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
He drilled some red lights into my ass.
That's funny.
All right, what do you
get
got
it checked out. Get that checked out.
All right, what's this blurry mess of text that I can't read?
I don't know if you've heard. There's a thing called COVID going around.
Is it?
There's a thing called COVID going around, and a lot of people in the comedy community are getting tested positive
Okay.
because they're just doing shows indoors, willy-nilly.
Tonguing each other.
Tobin just did a show, 40 people in a basement, what it was. And listen, more power to you if that's what you want to do. But I'm in a group here with all comedians that and they post.
It sounds.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And they post their shows, they post open mics, things like that. Now, earlier this week, someone wrote in the group this message.
It's funny because I know who that person is.
Yeah.
We're not going to put them on. We're not putting them on.
I'm not going to say the person.
Yeah. That's fine.
Here's the message. There needs to be a conversation about the coronavirus uptick and indoor comedy spaces as we move into the winter.
Stop. Wait. I already love the fact that he's like, we need to start talking about how coronavirus is increasing, as if that's not the thing that everybody just knows.
Right.
Why do we need to start a conversation? Yeah, we need to start talking about how coronavirus is increasing.
Us, a collection of movers and dog walkers, need to have the same conversation the top physicians in the country are having.
Yeah. Hey, listen, everyday people who are mentally unwell, in general.
That's being polite.
That's being very polite. We need to all be on the same page about how we're approaching this whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wait a minute. Also, you could see the name of the person, but not the text. Well, it's all the same size.
It's bold. It's bold. It's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Oh, my mom just got her package of alcohol that I sent her.
Great. Tell her, listen, Mama Schmidt, we're recording a pod here.
Yeah.
We're making art.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I could see that because I'm close enough to it.
Oh yeah, you're holding a phone to you.
Yeah. It's also the black on. Why don't you use dark mode? You're insane.
Because I wear my contacts, Taylor.
No, but it's like doing the white on black. It's like it gives you. It's like the worst way to view a screen.
Now it makes my brain stronger. I can look at anything now.
God damn it!
You think this is bad? I stare at the sun for 3 minutes a day.
I hate your fucking like fitness approach to just everything.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, dude, I fucking stare at pure white and it's like a fucking push-up for my eyes.
I stare at the sun and then sometimes I just hold a flashlight to my fucking face.
Yeah.
You think this is something?
Yeah, I read a whole New York Times article and it's like I'm planking for 2 minutes.
Sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror. That's how white I am, and it just reflects and it burns my retinas.
Yeah, that's why I'm always crying when I look in the mirror.
Right,
It's just so much exercise.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
sweating
body
out of my eyes.
It's not body dysmorphia.
Yeah, no.
There needs to be a conversation about the coronavirus uptick and indoor comedy spaces as we move into the winter. Okay. I'm not shaming anyone or saying the show shouldn't exist. I just think that if there's going to be an attempt at starting to do comedy indoors, then there needs to be a lot more clarity on how this is all being handled. Can someone who knows more about this stuff than me explain what protocols would be if you're on a lineup or went to hang at a show with a comedian who ended up testing positive for coronavirus? As a matter of fact, I can tell you what these protocols are. You know who could also tell you? Dr. Fauci. You know who could also tell you?
Yeah.
Everyone in the medical community.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for 10 months.
Yeah.
What are the protocols?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's the protocol. You mentally ill fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like it feels a lot like somebody who it's like it's like all the people who all the people who like AIDS in the 80s, everybody who went to Fire Island, everybody who's getting AIDS by having unprotected sex, and then everybody who was passing along that information, and then somebody's just like, hey, I want to keep doing this, but how do we get on the same page as a group about how we have unprotected sex as like a big community of people, and how do we, where could I get more information on this? But at least in that context, Nancy Reagan was suppressing it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. War on drugs.
Yeah. There wasn't a Dr. Fauci of AIDS at the time.
No. Well,
No.
yeah, there was. It was Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci was around during AIDS?
Yeah, he was the guy who led the... How do you not know this?
I just assumed he was a dude who just like showed up.
He's been there for 40 years in the same position. Are you serious?
I had no idea.
What? Taylor, what do you do all day?
Listen. That's, I mean, hands down, that's easily the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. To be like, there was no Dr. Fauci of the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah! Not only was there a Dr. Fauci of the AIDS epidemic, it was that guy!
Oh, well, I feel embarrassed.
Jesus Christ, you're stupider than this guy!
Oh, I'm way stupider
Oh
than this
my
guy.
God!
Yeah, I was kind of nervous when you started reading that because I was like, all right, it's not the worst. But it is, I get it. I get where you're going, where you get annoyed by it. But at the same time, it's like when I see Dr. Fauci on TV, I'm not going to do research into his background. I'm just like, yeah.
They say it, but when this all started, people were like, who is this guy? He's the guy who did all the AIDS research.
Honestly, I must have missed that. Couple press
from March to May.
Yeah. Oh, I was not looking at the news for a long. They were just like stay indoors, and I was just pouting about it for at least 3 months.
That's right. Couldn't see your coworkers.
Yeah, I couldn't see my coworkers. I couldn't play pool. I still can't play pool.
Still can't play pool.
Did I tell you that I went to a bar and I asked a bartender if I could play pool, and then they looked at me like I asked if I could jerk off on their floor?
You should have been punched in the face.
Yeah,
that's one of the dumbest questions. This is dumber than this.
I did not ask in the sense of like, hey, dude, I have no idea what the fuck is going on in the world. Do you think I could just fucking hit them balls around? Like, what's up? Like, I didn't ask like an asshole. I just was like, hey, man, you clearly are doing indoor seating. You're letting people go and touch the bathroom walls. You're letting people touch the bar. Can I go play pool for just like a fucking game? Like, and the lady was like, nah, that's not happening. And I'm like, fair enough. Fucking fair enough.
No,
all right, I won't jerk off on your floor. Like, whatever, you know? Like,
you weren't like someone that was like, listen, I don't know what's going on in the world. Can I do this? You were someone that went, listen, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck, lady. Give me a cue. Give me those balls and I'm hitting it. You want to break or me?
I'll bring like the sanitation wipes. I'll wipe down. Listen, if they were like, hey, if you wipe down 100% of everything that you touch on that pool table, you can go play pool. I would not be here right now. I would be going and playing pool right now and just have a million of those fucking wipes and just like wipe down. I would touch like the fucking the legs. I'm not gonna touch the legs of the pool table, but I just want to make sure everything's clean. I don't care what I'm at the point where I'll do some sick shit to play pool. That's it.
If you own a
you thought I was
bar
joking.
or a restaurant,
Yeah.
and you're listening to this pod, just tell Taylor he could play pool, clean your whole fucking place.
I will clean so much of your bar just for the opportunity to play it for like a little bit. There's this guy I follow on TikTok who does trick shots on a pool table.
On the pool table.
And I could care less about the trick shots. I'm just so jealous that somebody's playing pool right now. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
We got real sidetracked.
So the next paragraph here.
Yeah, we haven't even finished the post.
We're halfway through. What other questions should we be asking? What should be expected of venue owners? What should be expected of venue owners? Not to do this. That's what should be expected of venue owner. What other questions should we be asking? Are you retarded?
Yeah.
That's what question
Yeah.
you should be asking. If you really think you should be doing indoor comedy right now, you should look in the mirror and say, hey, do I have a fully formed brain?
Yeah, and it's why would you ever look at a bar owner and go, what obligation is he under to make sure that we're all safe while we're doing comedy? I've seen bars that are doing basic shows. They barely even register that there's a comedy show going on. That now they're suddenly going to be like, oh, well, we better make sure these guys are fucking safe out here on our rickety stage in the corner of the bar that is arguably in the darkest corner of our bar.
Right.
Yeah. So what is his was he just like, I just have questions, can anybody answer?
Oh no, yeah, and then the last, this is the best sentence of COVID.
Okay.
This is the best sentence of COVID.
Woo.
Since March whatever.
Okay.
This is the best sentence.
Okay.
I haven't been exposed to anyone recently with COVID, but this is clearly going to be an issue over the next few months. Oh, it starts now? We start now with COVID. I know 200,000 people have died from this, but that was during the summer. Now, this is when we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to start taking this seriously. I don't know. I don't want to shame anybody, but I think we might have to start being a little more realistic about this whole talking into a microphone that somebody else is going to talk to for 8 people in a row while we pack 40 people into a small room. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. That's what this feels like. It feels like a guy who's just like, he's like, I don't know. It could be a risk. That's all I'm saying. It might be a risk.
You know, all the top physicians in the world couldn't figure this out. You know who I think can?
Yeah.
1,000 mentally ill 30 to 40-year-olds who have a drinking problem. I think if we combine our brains with little to no education ever, we could figure this out.
Well, listen, here's what I think. I think we get the comedy community together in a small bar. And
first of all, they're already doing it.
Right.
They're already doing it.
Right. I say we break them up into maybe 20, more realistically, probably about 7 people in a small room. And then we make them pay about $5 to $7. We make them buy a drink. And then we give each of them about 5 minutes to pitch their ideas for what to do about COVID. Each person gets their opportunity. I say that they should record themselves just to make sure. They should record themselves, and then at the end of it, they pull a name out of a bucket, and then the next person gets to go up first.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Do you think that's a good idea?
That should be your whole business model after this.
Yeah.
Because that's a great idea.
Yeah. I think we could at least set it up in like 3 or 4 locations. I say we start doing classes about brainstorming about COVID. What do you think?
That's right.
Yeah.
We should start teaching classes on how to write late night TV packets for people that have never done comedy, and also for an industry that is dying.
Right. But more specifically, brainstorming about COVID. I mean, that's the more important.
And that's the most important.
You're going to need.
Right.
I think it's going to be really important going forward that you have a tight 5 minutes about what your ideas are about fixing COVID. I think that's going to be one of the most important things. Yeah. Jimmy Fallon is going to pivot to what are your ideas about COVID? That's it. It's no longer comedy. It's no longer about comedy.
Yeah, but he's still drinking.
Yeah.
He's still going to drink.
Yeah. You get a bunch of people in a room, and then I think there's going to be some wild ideas. I think a lot of people are going to make it about themselves. I think it's a bit of an ego thing. I think it's going to be a bit of an ego thing, but I think there's going to be a lot of people, you might get some of the improv scene just kind of...
They're doing characters.
Yeah, they're doing characters. Yeah.
I'll play the nurse and you can play...
Yeah. This is Fauci on vacation.
Someone yell out an organ. Someone yell out an organ that could fail.
And then you got the fucking weirdos who thought this was a music open mic, and they're gonna try to sing their brainstorm.
This is such a deep cut, but it's so good.
Your dad is gonna skip the next 5 minutes for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I just like how before Biden got elected, everyone was like, all comedians, I should say, were like, I will figure out social justice. I will be the one that will go out there and figure this all out. Biden's elected. I will cure COVID.
Yes.
Me, the person that knew nothing about social justice, will now cure this. Thank you.
I do not know what a superiority complex is.
No.
No fucking idea.
I have never been diagnosed by a physician of a mental illness, but what I do have is a microphone. Thank you.
Yeah, his follow-up post is going to be, what is a delusion of grandeur?
Do you know how long it would take him to spell that?
Yeah.
These people have fucking barely a high school
Yeah,
education.
it's going to be, he's going to spell grand jury, but take off the Y.
And honestly, I'd read it and be like, I think.
He might have spelled it
right?
right. He might have spelled it right.
Is it
I
right?
don't know. He might have spelled it right. I don't know.
But yeah, that's when I read that, I had to read it 10 times to be like, is he really asking the comedy community how to cure this?
Well, yeah, I mean, also look at the track record for what comedy's done for COVID so far. The solution to we can't go inside anymore was let's go to a park. That's not a good idea. Like, to me, it's a terrible idea. You're just like, okay, I get it in the sense of you just found an open space, but it's like how stupid. What the whole thing about doing comedy is that like you're creating a space that you can pitch ideas and do shit. You're gonna take that idea and go to a public park where somebody can come take a shit on the ground and it's like pretty much okay. Like it's only frowned upon. Yeah, that's gonna make you feel like you're not wasting your time, and that's also gonna make them feel like they're not wasting their time. I think it's gonna be great. This could be good.
When this all first started, people started doing mics in Washington Square Park.
Yeah,
and it was like end of April, beginning of May, and someone was like, "I did a mic at Washington Square Park, and I know I'm doing the right thing because Louis was there watching." And I was no, you don't understand. He's not doing well.
Yeah,
he went to see you because he's like, here's a bunch of worse people.
Yeah. He was trying to get a spot, too. He was trying to get a spot.
He's doing all right. This guy.
Oh, no, he's definitely doing all right.
He's selling out fucking shows, this guy.
What, is he touring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he
He's
doing,
quite well.
Is he doing parking lots?
He was doing clubs. I can't comment about parking lots.
I mean, it feels like it feels like.
One I know is Nate Bargatze. And, who did I say? Bert Kreischer.
Oh, Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Bert.
Who's not a coattail rider? Let me just say that. Asterisk.
Unbelievable.
I don't know who's listening, but
Unbelievable.
I don't know who's listening, but
You're starting.
if you went on tour with Bert Kreischer, then I told you that Bert Kreischer is just a professional coattail rider, and you say I don't know about that, then I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not naming any names.
Not naming names, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. It feels like the whole like doing comedy. This has become comedy, which is fine. We're doing inside baseball. I feel like the whole like performing indoors thing is just becoming like a speakeasy thing. Like it's like the formal term for what a speakeasy is like a secret place where like nobody knows that it's going on, like the secret show aspect, but it's like it's just people who want to be risky about it and do shit inside. I actually think that's probably going to be how comedy sustains itself going forward. You got to do it low key.
Here's the thing. You don't have to do comedy low key when it can't kill people. The beauty of a speakeasy was, hey, come down here. We'll have a good time, and you could be safe and not be worried about the police breaking in. This time, it's like, listen, come into this basement. The police might break in, but you also might die.
Yeah. Yeah, but all that I'm saying is that's not, without the police aspect, that's the same pitch for how a roller coaster works.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying.
That's not saying it at all.
No, I'm just saying that you could die if you participate in this. Is like literally the top line thing. Like roller coasters are like, yeah, it's fun. It's like kind of dangerous. It's like I could see
250,000 people didn't die from roller coasters.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. Well, I don't. No. Yeah, that's a way high number.
What?
That's a way high number. That's a way high number. I'm gonna dial that back. A lot of people have died on roller coasters. Not 200. Not a quarter mil.
Not a quarter mil since March.
I wonder how many cumulative though. It's got to be up there.
No shot.
I'm saying in the entire world.
I would say 10,000.
Since the beginning of roller coasters.
Beginning of roller coasters, I'm going to say 10,000, and that might be lofty.
All right. But you know, I'm not saying this is what I think. I'm saying idiots who are willing to go indoors and risk their own health and safety. I'm sure in the back of their head, they're releasing a little bit of adrenaline of just like, ooh, I'm living dangerously. And they are. But they're just like, ooh, this is like the excitement of it. I'm living dangerously. I'm going to...
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's like... people who were like, oh, I'm gonna go on the roller coaster, I'm gonna lift my hands up. That they're making that connection in their brains because they don't have the consciousness to be like, oh, this is way more dangerous than a fucking roller coaster. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I would compare that to like someone that has like a kinky fetish. Roller coasters to like being like tied up because you're like, it's dangerous, but it's safe.
Yeah.
I'm getting as close to danger as I can. With this, it's like, I don't care about how dangerous it is. I have this new bit about salmon I need to try.
Right.
And I'm willing to die for it.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah. All I'm saying is there's a lot of instances of like adding the danger of potential death to something that creates a whole new target demographic. There's a lot of people who are willing to do a lot of stupid shit just because it's like could be pseudo dangerous.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. And it doesn't make them less stupid, but it's like, it's the same people who like would go on like the dangerous ziplining thing. You know, that shit where it's like the giant swing over a canyon and you jump off and you're just like, on like this like giant rope and you just fucking swing out. Yeah. That feels like the same person who'd be like, yeah, I'll go sit in a room full of potential COVID and listen to somebody tell jokes.
Nah, because those people are like, I just like a thrill. People that are doing this are saying, I need to be heard for 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I've been approaching this from as an audience member.
If you're
You've
an
been talking
audience
as
member,
a comedian.
You're
Yes.
even crazier than the comics.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody should have on a pair of Oakleys with the reflectors on, like a very cool guy who's about to jump out of a plane, like that kind of energy, like frosted tips, like fucking like ropes court, like who's that dude who Free Solo, the Free Solo guy? You know what Free Solo?
I know what Free Solo is. I don't know who the Free Solo guy is.
It's the guy who climbed up the mountain without the rope.
Yeah.
That kind of like weird, like psycho energy where you're like, dude, this is so fucking dangerous. Why are you doing it? He's like, I just gotta do it. And you're just like, no, you don't. You don't have to. Sure, people know you as this guy, but like, you don't have to do this. That's what I feel like. It's not people. It's definitely selfish, but I think it's also people being like, I don't know. I can't just sit in my house. And I think it's so stupid.
Honestly,
yeah,
these people should die.
Yeah.
We would be better as a society if you said, listen, I know people are dying. I know I could get a disease and spread it. However,
yeah,
I watched all of Netflix, so I need something else to chuckle about.
Yeah. I want to make it very clear. The people who were like putting caution to the wind for COVID, maskless fucks who were going around like treating it like it's not happening, potentially infecting others, potentially infecting their family, being like, ooh, this could be grandma's last Thanksgiving, and it probably will be because I'm probably going to give her COVID.
That's what it is.
Those specific people are who I want to die. Want to think that if they died, I'd be like,
Yeah.
not super upset.
Right.
Yeah. Didn't want a blanket statement that with like, mass group of people, I hope they all die.
Well,
Little genocide.
I don't hope. But if you did, yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of I'm approaching the feeling of like,
Right.
like how much sympathy would you like? It's like you remember that dude who like there's like 4 posts of this dude who died from COVID, but it's literally like the 5 stages of grief.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. That shit where it's like he's like, this ain't real. This definitely ain't real. Ooh, I got it. This is real. Passed away.
Yeah.
Wild. That's the kind of person who I'm like, I do not know what you expect from me.
But
Yeah.
he did go viral. Tip of the
So
cap.
he got famous.
He got it.
He got famous.
He got it. He's further than I am.
Yeah.
So you won, bud.
Yeah.
You did it.
You should see who his agent is.
He might have one.
Yeah.
Imagine it's with fucking CAA or someone.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Damn it. He's good.
Listen, he's good at marketing, this guy. What do you want me to tell? 5 tweets and it's viral?
He's got a back catalog of posts in his drafts that they're going to like release as like an album post-mortem. They're going to release like posts after I'm doing like a little peep thing.
Right.
You were looking at me like, yeah, go on.
I was with you for a little bit, and then you
No.
lost me there.
That's fine.
But yeah, so that was a thing that's been on my brain all week, was that post.
Yeah. Very stupid.
Oh, very stupid.
But not surprising that comedians
not
would go.
surprising.
It's not surprising that comedians would go. Clearly, it falls on us to solve this problem. I barely have
The voice of the voiceless.
I barely have a community college degree. Let's get this, guys. Let's put our heads together. Yeah, which apparently in this time we should be doing. We should be putting our heads together.
Imagine you turn on one of the White House press conferences and
it's an open micer.
And the House Speaker goes, all right, and this next speaker, you might have seen them on Fallon. And they lied about the credit just to get onto the fucking...
Yeah, they get up, start doing crowd work.
Right.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, what, Fox News. Oh, you guys. All right, here we
My
go.
My grandma loves you. Hey, what's going on? All right, let's get into some new material. Opens up a notebook. I just got some new bits. I just want to run through this real quick.
There's one black reporter.
Is that the light? Is that the light? No, that was just a photograph. Okay, all right.
There's a black reporter there. It's like, hey, and you know what I'm talking about, right? And he loses the room.
Damn it!
Did I lose the room? Did I
lose the? All right, well, fuck you guys then.
That's fun.
All right, I'm gonna do old stuff. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna do old stuff.
This one always works.
Yeah, this one always kills. This one always.
It's a deep comedy episode, folks, but I feel like it's relatable.
I feel like it's very
relatable.
relatable. There's nobody who's listening to this going, I've never seen. I don't know what comedy is. I've never seen comedy.
I feel like this is everyone. I think the best. I don't know why people might not relate to this, but the first time my girlfriend started coming to like all my shows,
yeah,
she was after the second one. She's like, all right, every industry.
Yeah.
There's crazy people in every industry.
Uh-huh.
She's like, every person here is mentally insane.
Yeah.
And I said, yep.
Yes.
Because you have to be to do this.
You would not put...
But she's like, it's unsettling how crazy they are. And I said, right. And you gamble, maybe they're funny. They're probably not.
Yeah.
99% of them aren't.
Well, that's what I learned doing comedy was that what you have to put yourself through in order to even get close to a taste of what it's like to what you see as a comedian requires so much time, effort, commitment, stuck in a room with a bunch of people who are mentally ill.
Yeah.
And then you have to prove yourself to the mentally ill that you're funny.
Yeah.
And then after that, you train yourself around the mentally ill to be like, now I can go around normal people. And then you got to learn that.
Right.
It's just like, it's like this whole like literal mental jujitsu where you become like a black belt in your head. And then after like 5 years, somebody's like, yeah, I could pay you a little bit to do this. I could throw you a couple bucks. Sure.
Yeah. I'll pay you $40 to go to Rochester. You in? And you go, that's actually a great thank you. Yeah. Like, that sounds great.
It feels like, I swear to God, most comedians, if they sat down with somebody who swallows swords for a living, and they're just like, wait, how long before you started getting paid? They'd be like, all right, I'm going to swallow swords now. I'm going to do this instead of comedy.
Right. And not once does someone that's doing open mic comedy go, oh, I'm the problem.
No.
Yeah, that's never.
Well, I did, and then that's why I quit.
No, you weren't the problem.
No,
you were like,
no, but that's what I thought.
Did
That was my takeaway. I was like, oh, this is a me issue. I gotta get out of this. Like, it's not.
Right.
Yeah. It was me being like, ooh, yeah, this is Like I did a public speaking class yesterday, where it was like over Zoom.
What?
It was.
You did a public speaking class over Zoom, so you did a public speaking class not speaking in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pay for it?
My company did.
What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, professional. It's like a professional person who's like, yeah, training you a little bit. I got nervous, man. I hate it. I hate it so much. Anything where you have me prepare to talk and like have a collection of words where I'm like, I need to make sure that's communicated. Man, it just does not go well. Something about it, fucking just sweaty, adrenaline, nervous, flustered. And that was after I did 600 open mics.
About.
Unbelievable. What is that?
I don't know.
Somebody fix it. What chemical in my brain do I need to adjust? What what DMT trip or ayahuasca do I have to do?
Happiness.
I need to be. You're saying I need to be happier.
No, opposite.
Oh, I need to be sad.
Yeah.
I need to be sad and depressed.
Yeah, well,
If that's what I got to do, I don't know.
How bad do you want it, Taylor?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How
Yeah,
bad do you
apparently
want
not
it?
bad enough.
Yeah, that's
apparently
what
not
we
bad
want.
enough.
But yeah, so that's what I thought of.
Yeah.
And also, this happened to me this week. And okay, so I don't even know how to get into this.
Okay.
Usually, I was going to the gym
Yeah.
every day, 6 a.m. I would get to the gym.
Okay.
I stopped doing it. My workout started getting a little too much, so I started going during my lunch. It's a new crew at New York Sports Club, Broad Street, at the lunch rush.
Is that guy not harassing you anymore to train with him?
Oh, no, he works. Yeah, no, he works there all day.
Okay.
That's still going on, but it's a new group of guys.
Meaning
Patrons.
Okay, patrons. Got it.
Patrons. Now, everyone knows in the morning, I do my squats.
How many?
I go to the squat rack.
How many is everyone?
In the morning, it's a decent amount. I'd say about 10 people.
10 people who, if you walk in,
they know I'm going to the squat rack.
they know that you were like, hey, what am I doing? And they're just like, you're going to the squat
They'd be
rack.
like, you're going to the squat rack.
Wow.
They would know 100%.
Yeah.
I get there during the lunch rush. Fat Asian kid squat on the squat rack.
Unbelievable.
And now, first off, and you're not going to be able to relate to this, maybe the people at home. For some reason, fat Asians love wearing regular white Hanes sweatshirts to the gym. They love it, and I can't figure. If you know why, call us in.
The lines are open.
The lines are open. Yeah. There's three types of people that wear Hanes white shirts to the gym.
Hanes white shirts or Hanes white sweatshirts?
Hanes white shirt, like a undershirt.
Okay, that's
like
what I was picturing.
white shirt.
I thought you were saying like a sweatshirt, like what I have on. You said sweatshirt.
Oh.
Yeah, like a shirt for sweating.
A shirt for sweating.
Yeah,
That's
a shirt
what
for sweating. Got it.
A shirt that they sweat in.
I was picturing like a fat dude in like a really nice, or not a nice, but like a Hanes sweatshirt, and I'm like, Jesus, that's gonna get dirty so quick.
No, just a regular white cotton shirt.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I get where your head's at. Yeah, because I was picturing the red shorts, red long shorts with the black stripe down the side. It's also what I pictured too.
Yes, that's actually what he was wearing.
That's
yeah.
So funny. I'm in your head.
But the people that wear that are fat Asians.
Yeah.
And jacked black guys. They're the only two people that wear that while working out.
Yeah, and then there's a third category, and I don't know if you consider this.
What are you going to say the third category is?
My third category is the guy who looks like he played sports for a while and has kind of put on a little bit of weight and kind of forgotten how to exercise. I see this person every time I go to the gym.
With a white Hanes shirt?
Yeah, it's the same outfit. It's literally the white with the red shirt, and it's like they're kind of walking around like they know how to use each piece of equipment, but somehow they're also uncomfortable being there. I see this like every fucking time. It's a dude who's just kind of, it's the guy who will like walk laps back and forth at the gym and be like, yeah, like kind of eyeing up what he wants to do next. He doesn't have an agenda. He's just like aimlessly kind of wandering around.
I don't know if I've seen them wear a Hanes white shirt. I've seen them wear like their high school or a big one is like a beer shirt. That
I've
they
only
got
been
free
like
at
a
bar.
blink and Planet Fit.
This is New York Sports Club is very similar to those.
Yeah.
What I was looking for, Taylor, is gangster Mexican
at the gym
with a white cotton T-shirt.
How do you wait?
But
you
with
see
an
gangster
asterisk,
Mexican at the gym
with an asterisk.
Okay.
They are also wearing jeans.
Boy, the way you say asterisk.
Asterisks.
You throw such a hard CK at the end. Asterisks.
Asterisks.
Asterisk.
Yeah,
and
right.
now I don't know if I'm saying it right.
An asterisk. Asterisk. I'm right.
An asterisk.
An asterisk.
Asterisk.
An asterisk.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're saying it ASSTRICK, like an asterisk.
Listen, it comes out how it comes out.
What was
know what I mean?
Aesthetic was the one from last.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
What are you gonna do?
Fucking great. Sorry.
I took speech classes.
Yeah, I keep interrupting.
Worked on my O's, not the A's.
What did you say? How did you say O's weird?
I don't know. Or maybe it was L's? I don't know, Mom. Call in. Let us know.
What did you? I don't understand.
I forgot.
Do you have like
I couldn't do like L's or P's. I honestly think I was fine, but just, people find problems with their kids and they're like, all right, I'll do a fucking speech therapist.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Oh, everyone I grew up with went to a speech pathologist.
I got put in a reading class in 8th grade instead of like a foreign language. because I didn't take the PSATs.
Because you're from Pennsylvania.
Because I didn't take the. So if I said PSATs, would you know what that means?
Practice SAT.
Right, but it's like PSSAs, which is like Pennsylvania standardized testing. So obviously you don't.
Every
know what that
state,
means.
yeah, every
Everybody
state
has
has
their
it,
version of it. I didn't take mine seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, this guy's dumb. This is a dumb kid." And so 7th to 8th grade, I couldn't take literally everybody in my grade took like Latin, German.
Right.
I had to do a reading class for an entire year where it was just like we just read like a book and talked about it, and it was me and like everybody who you were just like, nobody took this test seriously.
Right.
It's just, nobody was dumb. It was just a lot of people who were like, yeah, I maybe could have put in a little bit more effort into that. And you lost a whole year of education. Like, I don't know. Not that I would have pursued German. I'm sorry. We're way off track. We're way off track.
I like how you defended not doing well in a reading exam with, I just didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's reading.
Oh boy. You don't think you could not I did not take it. I'm saying like, yeah, I think that there were some issues with my ability to read and process and information, but there was also like, I would do stuff where I would read like the first 2 sentences and then go to the back and just literally take a wild guess at what the rest of like the 2 pages were about.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. It turns out you shouldn't take just guesses on a standardized test that's going to affect your.
Yeah, everyone listening to this knows.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's going to be at least one person who's like, been there taking absolute guesses on. I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, I don't want to fucking read this. Stupid stories
I'm
about
gonna be
like
drawing for a living. I don't need this reading.
Yeah, they were like I remember so vivid. Well, I don't remember the story because I didn't read it. But it was something, it was Native American mythology. It was like the story of like how like the moon exists and there was a coyote involved. And I remember just going like, first 5 words, 1 paragraph. First 5 words, 2nd paragraph. First 5, and just being like, all right, I get it. Coyote did this, and he fucking jumped on a rock, and he's now in a cave, and now he's sad, and now he's good. And I was just, and they were like, in your mind, how does this connect back to reality? I'm like, I don't know. Coyote is rocks. Nope. Way off. Way off. Coyote's people. I couldn't be more wrong.
They're like, this has nothing to do with any of it. You couldn't read any of the words.
It turns out none of it was about Native American mythology at all. It was like a nature.
What are you talking about?
They're just like, oh, this guy.
You've been living your life in a lie. You're like, no, it's because I read 5 words of each sentence. And they're like, no, it has nothing to do with this.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna need you to take a step back here. Yeah, come with us. Come on.
Fat Asian at the gym.
Yeah, way
We had
off.
a fat Asian at the gym squatting, profusely sweating.
Sure.
Profusely sweating, Taylor.
Why is it that? Sorry, this is gonna be my last tangent, and I'm gonna let you finish your story. Why is it that we perceive people who are very, very sweaty at the gym as somehow like not doing well? Like
Because they're fat.
Yeah, but it's like there's something about like seeing like just like somebody who's like really, really sweaty. It's like somehow they're not doing it right, or like they're like exercising too much. Feel like that's like it's like you see a dude who's like covered in sweat and you're just like, you don't gotta overdo it. Like, I don't know, what's the gym for? You're supposed to be sweaty, right?
Right. I have no idea where you're going with this.
I'm just purely making a point where no, I'm not purely making a point.
You're making no point. Sweating's bad?
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like when you see people at the gym who are very sweaty, you tend to think that they're not doing something right. Continue.
Okay.
Pass.
All right.
Pass. Fat Asian.
Pass. Fat Asian.
Fat Asian.
And he's squatting 215. No, 225 on the bar, which is 2 plates on each side.
Is that good?
Which is like not that much weight.
Okay.
And he's sweating all over the place. I'm like, hey, how many sets do you have left? And he goes, 1. I have 1 set left. And I said, okay. And I sat on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
About 5 minutes pass. He's still fucking sweating it up, just chilling next to the weight. So what I did was I did this move. I spun around. And I'm looking at my phone, but I'm facing him.
Okay.
And what that means is, hurry it the fuck up.
Okay.
Okay, I got things to do. You're not lifting that much weight. You're fat.
Yeah.
You're Asian, which isn't really the Asian part isn't really important for this part. That was
Yeah,
important
you
for the
could
white.
yeah, I mean
For the
this
white
whole-
shirt, that was important. For this, it's not that
So
important.
far, this could have just been a fat guy.
No, for the white shirt,
Oh,
Asian
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
important.
Okay, all right, yeah,
Asian
yeah.
was important for the white shirt.
Sure, yeah.
Now it's irrelevant.
Right,
but now
right.
you have a picture in your head who this guy is.
Okay.
And I look up and I look at my phone and I look up. And he still goes for like 6-7 minutes. And he goes, all right, I'm going to do it. But can you not stare at me as I do it? And I looked at him and I said, no. As a matter of fact, I can't not look at you. Because you're taking 15 minutes to do something that's not that hard.
Oh.
Can you hurry it up? Can you hurry it up? I don't have time for you to be fat and lazy on my time. Not now. Not now, bud.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for years that gyms there needs to be a hierarchy for going to the gym. If you're a fat slob that doesn't know what they're doing, you should only be allowed to go to a Planet Fitness.
Okay.
If you have an idea of what you're doing, but you're not too sure, you could go to a Blink, you could go to a New York Sports Club. As long as you keep it moving, you could go to those. And then as you get more athletic, you could go up. I have also thought about everyone has to do a certain exercise regime, exercise test, and you have your results on a card. And if I walk up to you and I have better results, I get the machine now. Thank you. These are all ideas I've had.
Boy, you.
Because for you to be squatting a bullshit amount, taking 15 minutes,
Yeah.
I should be able to walk up and go, hey, you don't know what you're doing, and you're not even helping yourself, so get the fuck off, and I'm going to take this over. All right? Can I stop staring at you? No, you're disgusting.
It's so funny to hear you be like just a high school bully about it.
Yes.
it's so good.
We need bullies.
Yeah, you're like, beat it, nerd.
Right, that's a great idea. We take the bullies out of the schools, we put them in the gyms. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Nothing is a better motivator than an 8th grader calling you a soft, doughy bitch.
Yeah. That guy's would lose so much weight so quickly.
That's how I did it.
Yeah, mostly from developing an eating disorder.
That's how I did it. Look at me now. I look fucking great.
Yeah.
My hair's a little too long, but I get to bully this fat loser. Enough. And it wasn't even squatting right. I was doing like a quarter squat. Yeah. I was like, listen, bud, I'm going to stare at you until you get the fuck off.
It's so funny how you, being a former fat person, and then literally your total lack of sympathy for somebody who's...
I have no sympathy because I know how easy it is not to look like that. It's very simple.
You just radically adjust your...
And listen, if you want to be fat on your own time, go for it. Like, I'm all about, if you're like, listen, I'm fucking fat and I'm going to do this machine and that machine and then I'll wipe it down and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm with it, baby. I'm with it, you fat fuck. Don't wait 15 minutes to squat a bullshit amount of weight wrong and to be like, hey, can you stop looking at me? No! Because you're not in the right element. Right. You've taken too much. You bit too much.
Yeah. I cannot understand somebody wanting to be like, no, don't look at me in public. You're in public.
And and by the way, I was looking dead at him.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't like I wasn't looking. I was looking right at him as like a, hey, fucking move. Enough. Why are you breathing so heavy? You haven't done anything in 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's existing. He's existing.
God. So yeah, that was my week. It was that message and that fat Asian with the white t-shirt. The white t-shirt pissed me off when I saw him already. And then he waited 15 minutes.
Why? What? So what do you wear? Gray? Black?
I just wear a workout shirt. Just wear a regular workout shirt. Because the thing is, you wear the white undershirt, and then it becomes see-through, and it also doesn't absorb the sweat, so you're sweating all over the equipment.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're going to be fat and lazy and sloppy, pick one, babe.
There's also the fact that like gyms don't like give out like workout clothing when you sign up is a little ridiculous.
Listen, if you could afford $60 for a gym membership, buy a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know? It's not that hard. No?
Yep. Yep.
That's how I wanted it. You fat slut. If any of you are fat fucking slut, if that fat Asian kid's listening to this right now, I better not see you at New York Sports Club from 1 to 2.
He's gonna show up at 2:03, just creeping in the door, looking both ways, terrified he's gonna see you again.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll fucking see him.
God damn it.
All right.
Yeah, right.
All right, team. Adios.
Bye.